Here I am. I come to you not live, but au naturel, in my pajamas and no makeup, for a nice, lazy Sunday monthly wrap up for the month of September 2019. So I'll start with the tarot deck and oracle I've been using all month of September. It's the same one I used in August. I don't remember if it's the same one I used in July, but it's my Tarot of the She. This deck is always out in some form. This is the I have two of these modified differently. This is the one that I've kept the titles on it. Yeah, love this deck. The daily draws. This tarot deck, it really gets to the heart of whatever the matter is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just love it. Also, I've been, I've always been called to work with Fae energy, and I'll be working with this again this month as my daily draws. In case you've never seen this deck, I'm sorry, I show it in all my videos almost. I'll be using this also in October for my daily draws. I'm almost certain, unless I use Raven's Prophecy. Well, we shall see. I don't know yet. We still have 2 days in September, and I don't know what I'm going to feel like doing on Tuesday. The oracle I'm using is still this one. Again, this is what I consider to be quite a sleeper deck, because I don't know, either that or I'm the only person who didn't know about it. But this one is just, it just works really well with my Tarot of the She. And yeah, this card never comes up. But this one, I got this card a lot in September, which was very apropos. What else? Which other card did I get a lot of? Not get a lot of, but you know what I mean, right? I drew quite frequently. Was this one, River? What else? I just want to see. There was another card that Lake. So you see, it's very, Waterfall I drew frequently, and Lightning. So yeah, love this deck. Inexpensive. Both decks are mass market, readily available. Yeah. So I recommend both together. I recommend each one individually. And my favorite stone this month has been this one, Fairy Cross Storolite. So you see, it's really neat. This is how it forms naturally. And yeah, loving that stone. So that's been my daily draws, for my daily draws. I've been loving this for inner child work this month. This, again, I said this when I did a flip through of this deck. I modified mine. It's edged in this beautiful green. The backs look amazing with the white borders trimmed off. The cards themselves look absolutely stunning with the white borders cut off. This deck has replaced Mons Tarot for me. Actually, it has replaced any kind of desire for a cute deck. It's actually, this deck has replaced, I had in my wish list, I had Force of Enchantment by Luna Weatherstone on my wish list, and I didn't pull the trigger yet. Well, depth here too, right? It's like, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's, I'm not sure I'm gonna get it, because I don't see how it would serve a different purpose to this one better, or the same purpose better. Anyway, this is it. This this is it. So that's been my favorite. It's replaced Monstero, could you believe it? And what else? Yeah, I just love it. It's very comforting. Another deck which surprised me and I adore. I received it in a trade. Came in this beautiful purple bag. Is Crystal Visions. I received this in a trade from the lovely Red Hat Tarot, and I went to work on it towards the end of the week. I trimmed the white borders off. Look how beautiful these backs are. Really brings the art to life. I love how this deck has so much movement in it. There's motion in this deck, and I just love it. Oh, and I edged mine in this dusky, like pale pink kind of color, so that it would, because when I trimmed the edges you could see the backs a little bit on the edges. So all the pale pink did was amplify the pinkness, and I don't know, I just love the way it looks. Yeah, it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person, but that's all that matters, right? So anyway, this deck surprised me. It's very moody. It looks fluffy, but no, it's very moody. It's it has a lot of motion. It has a lot of emotion in it. And yeah, color me stunned, surprised. Not typically my aesthetic whatsoever for tarot, and it's a favorite. It's a favorite. Thank you again, Red Hat Tarot. I'm loving it. She sent it to me with the guidebook, and I haven't opened up the guidebook yet, but I will. I'm most likely going to continue working with this deck. If not in the month of October, it'll probably come back in December. But I could easily use it in the month of October too, because I don't have such a vast array of tarot decks that I can't use them all. So let's talk about, another swap. So a trade. So there was an Oracle deck which I featured in decks I'm using for September. I don't remember what it's called. Earth Spirit. I think it's called Earth Spirit by Alana Fairchild. And that one's sitting on a shelf. And actually, that one moved from the Too Beautiful. Let me see. I can't work, like I don't connect with it, but I want to keep it because it's beautiful, to the giveaway box or the trade away box. So this is the other deck I received in a trade, in the same trade, and this one is by the artwork's by Helena Nelson Reed, and the book is written by Tony Carmine Salerno and Leela J. Williams. These two, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I thought of the two that I would connect for sure to this one. No, I don't know. I think the keywords, the book. I don't know what to tell you. The keywords or the book. The keywords don't spark my intuition. All the time, like, not all of them do consistently. And the book, not for me. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I envy anyone who gets on with this deck. I sadly do not. So in the basket. I'm probably going to do a video of stuff I'm getting rid of and why, because I like watching those too. Notice I make videos based on the ones I like to watch. But there we are. Here we are. So the next thing I'm going to share with you is a deck I was supposed to receive for my birthday, but took, I want to say took 8 weeks. to arrive to me from the book depository. 8 weeks is outrageous. Yeah, I've decided that, I don't know, I'm probably not going to be ordering from the book depository unless it's something I really cannot get anywhere else. And it's this beauty. So it's the Golden Wheel Tarot. This is based on Russian fairy tales. I don't know enough about Slavic folk magic or folk, yeah. I don't know enough about the Russian fairy tales to know if this is accurate. What I do know is that this deck is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm not, I don't want to say I'm not, but it just, usually these softly, these watercolor type decks don't appeal to me. But the art on this totally does. They're beautiful. Cardstock is quite sturdy. They're a little longer than your average tarot cards, probably by this much. It follows Rider Waite. I guess someone who wants to could easily just trim the bottom off, but then it would wreck the backs, which the backs are stunning. I haven't done anything to this deck because I just got it. I just did some, just pulled a card. What am I doing? Am I showing you the backs? Oh my gosh, card's upside down. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you want to, I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this deck because you know what? Other people have done it way better than I have, or way better than I ever could. And that's because they know their Slavic culture. Namqua has done a walkthrough where she matches up the major arcana to Slavic gods. And Wolf of Coins. Magda at Wolf of Coins has done a beautiful walkthrough of this deck. So that's who you should. And if I remember, I hope I remember, I'll put those links in the box below. Beautiful deck. Haven't been called to work with it yet because, well, I wanted so much to work with it because it was a birthday gift, right? And yeah, now it just I think the color palette just doesn't match this time of year for me, or I waited so long for it. Now it's going to just sit on the shelf until I feel called to working with it. But look at this box. Like, this is U.S. Games. I appreciate the nicer packaging. What I'm not appreciating is that they're making us pay for it. And I don't know, I haven't caught US Games doing it yet because I get, I get most of my information off Amazon, right? So that's where I look to see what's going on, how much things cost and whatever. But what I did notice on Amazon is that Llewellyn, yeah, they stepped up their game with their nice shiny, hard magnetic boxes. And I'm seeing in some videos from walkthroughs of their new decks that the cardstock, they've gone a little thicker, a little more plastic on the, like plastic laminate on the cardstock. But they're also charging like $42 Canadian for tarot and guidebook set. And let me put it in this, let me put in perspective for you. They're $25 US, which I think is fantastic. At about, what is it, $3.50 on every $10. That takes it up to, yeah, I think $35 would be fair in Canada, not 42. Now they're ripping us off. Yet, here we are. Sometimes I do end up buying one, but not recently. The next thing I want to talk about is another, so I talked about that Sacred Earth Oracle that's that I received in a trade from a lovely, lovely lady. And now I'm going to talk about the third deck I received in that trade, which is this one. Crystal Ally Cards Evolution Edition. This The whole premise of this deck and the execution is everything I hate about New Age. Yet, it's everything I hate about New Age. No disrespect to the author, but you know, when you choose a pen name that's a palindrome, and I'm guessing that's a pen name because it's got to be. But anyway, this is from Crystal. This is Chrysalis Institute Press, not Chrysalis. Chrysalis. See, like with the little. Isn't that cute, punny? With the crystal in the middle of the butterfly wings. With the crystal with the butterfly wings. ChrysalisInstitute.com. I hate the way this deck looks. I hate this garish gold gilding. Look how garish that is. I hate the art. Look. This photo manipulation. Just hate it. I hate it so much that I love it. You know what I mean? It's like I mentioned this before when I got it, is that this thing is such a product of its time, yet it's not. This is a later edition. This is, anyway. The cards are thick cardboard. You can't ruffle shuffle these. They're really thick. They're very glossy. I don't care. Like the gilding gives them very sharp edges because it's like really garish. Look at this. Really, like this gilding was laid on really thick. This gilding's not going anywhere. This gilding is going to last forever. This is the last card I picked, or last card I drew. All this preamble to tell you how much I hate the fact that this is a really great oracle. The few cards I've drawn that I've then read about in the guidebook, then I've read the guidebook, spot on. Not only is it spot on at identifying the situation the card was drawn, like regarding what the card was drawn, English grammar, it's not happening. I'm sorry, apologize. So I drew the Earth card regarding a question. I look in the guidebook. Not only does the guidebook identify the issue that I drew the card about, it then gave some really sound and solid advice. So, of the 3 decks that I swapped for, that I traded for, this, outstanding. Outstanding. See, you can't judge a book by its cover. I'm willing to bet that that's the author's face on that fairy creature. And let me find the card. Oh my god, where is it? There's some humanoid creatures that are a little creepy. Let me just find them. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, you can't. Oh, look how terribly pixelated this is. Oh, terrible. Terrible. It's so terrible. It's good. And again, the readings from, oh, mamma mia, look at this. And there's another one I want to show you. The dancing baby I mentioned in a previous video where I talked about receiving these in a trade. Oh, here it is. Here's this one. But honestly, I think it just annoys. Oh, look at this thing. It just annoys me that. Okay, this one I like because it's alien, alien looking. Alien? Fey alien, Fey alien. Anyway, so yeah, no, this is the winner. This is the winner. This is so much the winner. It got assigned a bag. Assigned one of my OG bags. With this one has the square bottom. Hint, hint. Has a square bottom. Hint, hint. All right, so that was from the trade. Oh my gosh, 20 minutes. Okay, I better speed up. This is going to be a long one. I guess I'll have to pick up the pace a little bit. Books I'm revisiting. I've been revisiting in September. One is, I don't even remember when I read it, but it's this one. I love Jamie Sam's. Two of my favorite Oracle decks are her Medicine cards and Sacred Path cards. And I'm revisiting this book. Look. It's got that lived-in softness. And I'm not really big on tarot books. They don't hold my attention. I refer to them, it's one of those things that they're in my library. I have quite a few. I have original Tarot for Yourself, the original printing of Tarot for Yourself and Tarot Constellations by Mary K. Greer. I have, Mythic Tarot Workbook. I have these, but this one is one that, I'm revisiting and I'm just absolutely loving, and it's The Complete Illustrated Guide to Tarot by Rachel Pollack. And I just love her author back flap, her author picture is just, I love her. Anyway, this book, I see it a lot at secondhand bookstores. It's published by Element, and if you see it, I say grab it. It's totally worth it. It's fantastic. And so I'm revisiting this one. Thrift store, secondhand bookstore, thrift store, haul kind of thing. Favorite is, if you saw my thrift store haul, a secondhand bookstore haul video just a couple of days ago, Sun Signs is my #1 favorite find because my mass paperback is disintegrating, is the word I was looking for in that video. It's literally disintegrating. And this guy. And what I haven't decided yet, I haven't decided whether I'm gonna chuck this box or not and put the cards in its own bag. There's something about this beat up box I find really charming. So I might just reinforce it with packing tape because it's tearing. But yeah, favorite find for the month of September. Of tchotchkes, my favorite thrift store finds. These, my husband bought these for me. We went out yesterday to one of my favorite places, which is a secondhand bookstore. And sometimes they have knickknacks and stuff. So I found a couple of things that I thought, we went out, he took me shopping to celebrate something, and I guess, I'm being vague, just to celebrate something, right? I've been feeling down, and it was time to celebrate that I wasn't feeling down anymore. So there we go. So he bought me these. My uncle who raised me worked for Brook Bond Foods Limited, and that was Red Rose Tea. And in the 70s, when I was a kid, Red Rose Tea used to have little these little figurines that came in each box of tea. And my uncle used to bring them home to me from his job. So, and this was like 45 years ago. So yeah, I lost them. I don't have them anymore. But I was able to find, but I found them yesterday at the store. This one's an otter. Some of you watching may even may recognize these. This is a beaver. He's a little chipped. They had some other ones, but I just got the ones that really, a seal. And a buffalo, or as my husband affectionately calls them, beefalo. So this is my little beefalo. Beefalo. And then this guy. He was on a high shelf, and there's something so majestic about this unicorn that I had to get it. Look at this. Beautiful. So yeah, like a couple of bucks or whatever. I think these were a little expensive, not gonna lie. I thought that, I think they were $2-3 each, but they're gonna go on my altar with my other animal totems. And this little guy, he was like $5, and he's actually beautiful. This is the label on the bottom. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but I just thought it was beautiful. All right, animals. And then the where are we? Oh, okay, let's go to consumables. This is the incense I've been loving. It's this was 7 chakra incense. This one is by SAC, SAC, but Hem also makes one, and I love this. I bought it last summer when I ran out. My beautiful Kuma in Montreal sent me more, and this is it. Love it. Love you, Kuma. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah, been loving La Luna by Hem that I got this month. And what else? All right, let's mosey along here. We're almost at the home stretch. Did want to mention that, just in case you were worried, that yes, I have been using my Druid Craft this month as well. I love the way it smells nice. Anyway, my completely naked Druid Craft. Completely naked by mistake, and it looks like lots of people are doing theirs on purpose, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Of course, having scored the Druid Craft Animal Oracle, I haven't decided if I'm going to trim the Druid Craft Animal Oracle yet. I'm just leaving it in its tattered box and the way it arrived to me, the way I got it, until I decide. The next thing is, this too was, I got this at a charity shop, Catholic charity shop. I think it was Catholic, I'm not sure. Maybe last year, the year before, is the rosary beads I've been using for my 30 Days with Mary that I dropped out of, but I'm still doing it my own way, which I did post a video about. And I just love this. It's so old. I love it. I don't know if it's crystal or glass or plastic, doesn't matter. I just love it. And we're almost at the end, folks. If you're still with me, thank you. So we're going to, I'm going to talk a little bit about, well, quickly, these have been my favorite teas. Oh my God. These have been my favorite teas in the month of September. They're going to continue to be my favorite teas in the month of October. I pretty much drink this one year round. This one in the fall, probably in the winter too, probably. Yeah, cinnamon apple spice and Bengal spice. And finally, and now if you're not interested in stuff like perfume or cosmetics or whatever, then you can go, because the last few minutes are going to be about that. But if you're witchy, you want to hang on for the next item. For my birthday, I got myself from House of Orpheus. House of Orpheus is handmade niche perfume. This is their business card. And I got myself this one. Amonet. Or Amunet. I don't know how people pronounce it. I pronounce it Amonet. I'm probably wrong. Doesn't matter. What's it smell like? This has stuff like Styrax. This, okay. Sorry, I got distracted because I sniffed it. This smells like perfume of 100 years ago. So if you're a fragrance nerd, this smells like the spicy orientals of 20 years ago. This is, and to those of you who are not fragrance nerds, but you're witchy and you're looking for a witchy perfume house, House of Orpheus, I cannot recommend this enough. This, handmade in small batches with high quality ingredients. I'm not, and this is saying a lot, because I am not a niche perfume girl. I'm a, let me find my vintage perfume in thrift stores and garage sales and stuff like that. I'm always looking at estate sales and stuff like that. But this is modern, but tastes. This is modern, but smells like it was made 100 years ago. If you are not a fragrance nerd, or you are, I'll describe to you what it smells like. It smells like smoke, leather, and Coca-Cola. And it really develops beautifully on the skin. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Check out House of Orpheus. They are so good at answering questions. They have so many other fragrances on there. With the descriptions are pretty accurate. I have to say their description of this one was spot on. It smells exactly the way they described it. Go on their website, check it out. If you have any questions, message them. They are so responsive. And yeah, and tell them I sent you. All right. And then the last three things are just, stuff I use every day that I'm loving. And one is my Lip Smacker oatmeal cookie. My daughters gave me this Lip Smacker for Mother's Day, and I'm loving it. I can't eat cookies, so this smells just like oatmeal cookie. So it's so nice. I slather this on, I have a cup of coffee. It's all a fake moment that makes me happy. And fragrance. This is what's currently available. This is the one that's current. This is the Coty Wild Musk currently available at Walmart. It's not like the vintage, but I'm going to say the same thing about this as I say about my other favorite, which is Guerlain's Vol de Nuit. I rather have this than no Coty Wild Musk at all. But if there's any interest, at some point I will make a video showing you my vintage perfume collection. Just please bear in mind, it's not museum vintage. It's regular people vintage. Because, you know, I'm regular people. But yeah, so this is what I'm wearing pretty much every day. It's a basic musk. It's a warm musk. It's not as charming as the vintage from the 70s, but neither am I as charming as I was in the 70s. So yeah, so that's what I wear every day, and I keep the vintage stock for, like, you know, special occasions. And then this is from Bath and Body Works. This surprised me. This turned out to be a favorite. Typically, and it pretty much smells like vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. Very, very light. It's work appropriate. Just smells clean, whatever. And that's it. I'm looking around, making sure I talked about everything. Looks like I did. That was September. So, September was rough. If you're still here and you're listening, September was rough. August was rough. September was rough. But the difference is that I'm finding that it's getting better. So that's good. It's like the worst. I'm over the worst part of it. I'm really looking forward to October. I'm really looking forward to picking up things that I stopped doing in September. Like, I didn't crochet at all in September. I didn't work on my witch that is sitting over there judging me because, I made her, crocheted her apron, but I hadn't finished knitting her shawl. I did intend, I have a craft kit to make a Halloween wreath. But it's another year has gone by and I don't think I'm gonna get to it, but who knows, maybe I'll feel inspired this week and I'll feel the energy to make it in time to at least hang it up for a couple of weeks in October. What else? Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So that's my September wrap up. With all the stuff I shared with you. I really look forward to watching, if you're a content creator, I'm watching you on TarotTube, or you're a Tarot Tuber, I'm watching you, and I look forward to seeing your monthly wrap up for September. I'd like to wish you all a beautiful week. Yeah, and I'll be back sometime this week. In case those of you who watch me regularly, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling the love. I work during the week like a lot of you, right? So I end up recording my videos on my days off. And so yeah, so you might not see a new video until the end of the week, or maybe there might be a surprise video or something before then. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks so much for joining me today for my lazy, rambly, pajama day, casual, no makeup monthly wrap up. And again, I wish you all a beautiful week. Bye-bye.